studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, Bill and Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll get with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like that. You wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit, deal with it so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around furious.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And we're off and running from Orlando. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They send a man in motion. 2nd and 8. Finds him on the slant. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Offense in the hurry up here. Andrews with the catch. And And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 17. That's caught at the 4. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it, 1st and goal. Receiver in motion, going left. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try to do it himself. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Right, ready to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. That's complete, David Njoku. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the 1st.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. downs after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Come 19. Let's go. 70 Lions.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. He still has room inside the 30. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Orbits finish off their opening drive. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Orbits respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
On the go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go. Hurry, 70.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More coming up after this quick break. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame.
18, right here.
Man in motion here.
Set go.
To throw it on 1st down. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Pass play now. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here we go, set, go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Gets this one to Andrews. And he gets him around 6 there. Darius Slay with the stop. Turning to Jacobs on third. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Jacobs. He gets the first and more inside the 15. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a second quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Right, ready to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Cowboy 80. Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Timberwolf.
A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Track at 60.
2nd and 6 now. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's in trouble here. He'll go down. The Lions got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
To the air, 3rd and long. His pass caught by Nakua. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
No return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Jacobs running behind center. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Launches one deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Dan Campbell with that clock running down. Yeah, he decides to call timeout. They're down to their final 1 in this half. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Head to the left. Head to the left.
They'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll run. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Pass play coming here. Throw reeled in by Njoku. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Orlando. The Orbits trailing on the scoreboard.
On the set.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Set up. Bravo 80.
From the gun, a give to Brooks. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go now. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
From the 42. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready? Check go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ready up.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
60. 19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
Working inside the red zone. He's on the move.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
On second down, it's Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Set. Go.
Design bootleg here. Headed out right. And that's cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Orbits earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Orbits tie things up at 14. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Pass play on 1st and 10. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Ivan Pace has got it. And the Orbits will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw here on first down. He's got it at the 6. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Badgley able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Right, ready to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Here's 2nd and 5. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And they'll have first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They go play action on first. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing from the gun here. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll give him a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with taking himself.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So it'll be second down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Hand off here for Brooks. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. David Ojabo making that tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hut, hut.
They're going to throw it on third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll throw to begin this drive. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 29. It's taken in by Lamb. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
They come to the line here, and this is third and 6. So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Let's go. Let's stay 19. 19, 5 here.
He's dropping back to throw. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach.
Lions 14.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Ready. Don't throw 18. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept at breaking up those passes.
A lot of pressure on this kid for Jason Sanders. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
And we're barely into this quarter, Kate, and already a tied game, a whole new game. Starting from this point, every single possession will be a premium.
Right, ready to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set up.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
10 through 11. Let's go now.
From the 32. He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here we go. Set.
From the red zone now. Escapes out to the left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And it's a sack as he heads out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Orbits take a 4th quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Got to keep this one and go. And he's down by contact after picking up the 1st.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Caught by Jacobs. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
We reach the 2-minute warning from Orlando. Lions losing by 7. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Let's go. Back 60.
Back to throw it. Gets this one to Andrews. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They've got first down from the 31. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Ivan Pace has got it. And the Orbits make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They'll run here on first down. Has room down the left sideline. And that is a touchdown. The Orbits go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And the Orbits double their lead to 14. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And this one does not go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Going run again with Jacobs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks you can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off.